Rise and shine, soul family, rise and shine. This is your girl, Sunshine Rain, back at it again with another video. Now, I would like to touch on a topic, or I should say a comment that someone made in my comments corner based on a quote that I've posted a few days ago. So, let's get started. So I've posted a quote that says, if he doesn't have the intention, if he doesn't have the patience to wait for you, he will never have the intentions to stay with you. Now, someone in my comments said, you're insane. You'll be on time and ready if you guys are going somewhere, period. Well, to this person, you may be blocked or deleted. But anyways, just in case you're watching, this shows that you are ignorant, very ignorant, and it shows that you are insane, because I didn't mean anything like that. I'm not talking about going out or anything like that, okay? That too, and I have another video for that specifically. But what I mean when I said, if he doesn't have patience to wait for you, he will never have the intentions to stay with you is, men don't wait for women wherever it comes to getting to know women, wherever it comes to holding out on sex. They always want to rush things, and this is why they find themselves in so many problems, especially where it comes to not knowing if that child is his child or not. Now, let me explain. A lot of men don't understand that if he waits for a woman to give it up, if he waits to take time to get to know and understand her, then that will give him time to know if the baby that she's carrying is his or not. Okay? Because oftentimes women come out of relationships pregnant and not knowing that she's pregnant for the man that she left or for the man that left her, right? So this is what causes a lot of confusion, and a lot of men don't understand this. They don't get it. They always want to rush the women and say, oh my God, you're taking so long, and I can't wait that long, and so forth, right? And this is the big issue, and majority of men always tend to pin this issue on women. They always want to blame the women. Whenever they find out that the baby's not theirs, they say that the woman's a whore, she's a bitch, she's a slut. But what about you? If you had the time to wait, if you had the time to be loyal to yourself and to her, then you would not be in that situation, right? Because waiting at least a year, right? If you took a year to take time to get to know that woman before you have sex with that woman, you wouldn't be in that problem. All right? Because that will give you time and space to see if this woman is pregnant. All right? She may say she's not pregnant because it probably didn't show up yet. It probably didn't kick in yet. But probably, say within 2 to 3 months after, she find out she's pregnant, you guys have sex, and the baby's not yours, the baby's somebody else's baby from a past relationship. And then you start cussing her and start beating her up and calling her out of her name just because you didn't wait, or just because she didn't wait. You may have been pressuring her, or she may have been pressuring you. But I'm speaking mostly to the men. The men need to know how to hold out also. The men need to know how to put value on their penis. It's not only a woman that's supposed to hold out and have respect for themselves. The men need to put respect on their penis, and they need to put value on themselves. All right? And this is why a lot of men and women say that if a woman rape a man and nothing comes out of it, it's unfair, right? And that's because there's just so much downloads coming in. That is because the men don't put value on themselves. So if a woman rape a man, it's not going to be really anything, right? There's a video where a woman says she's going to rape a man and she raped him and so forth and whatever the case may be. There's a woman that, as you can see, this video is viral. It's going back and forth across social media where this woman named Anisha went to India to go marry a 19-year-old baby boy, okay? 19-year-old. Everyone's cheering her on. Nobody is really saying anything. Why? Because she's a woman. But if she was a man, he'd probably be in jail by now. Everyone will be down his throat because he's a man, but because it's a woman, it's not an issue. You understand? So men need to put more value on themselves, okay? So as I said before, my quote just, meant that men need to wait for women. If he doesn't have the time to wait for you, get to know you, get to understand you, right? Give you some time to trust him, then he's not going to stay with you. He's not going to stay with you. He's going to be hopping from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. Not every man is meant to be in a long-term relationship because their mind is not set in that way. And the same thing goes for women. Not every woman is meant to be in a long-term relationship. Okay, that's just who they are. And a lot of them will not change, sad to say. A lot of them does not have the intentions to change, to become better, to become a better person. They don't have that in them. Okay? So for that person that wrote that comment that just doesn't make sense, we all make mistakes, right? If it's a mistake, okay, fine. But at the same time, take time to think. Okay? There's nowhere in my video where I said when going out. Okay? If a woman is doing her makeup, she's getting ready, and she's taking hours, 2 hours to get ready, a man has all rights to get up and leave. Because if that woman really did care for you, she wouldn't have you waiting for so long. Although women have all right to test a man's temperament. Women have all right to test a man to see what he can tolerate, or how long he can tolerate, or how he deals with anger and issues, right? But some women will abuse it. You feel me? So I always encourage men that if a woman have you waiting for hours while she's putting on her makeup and getting dressed, just leave. Leave without even letting her know you're leaving. Because if you gave her a specific time frame when you're coming and she's still not ready and she got you outside or inside waiting for an hour or two, she has no respect for you. All right? If she does it once, if she does it one time, that should be okay, because that's when she may be testing you. Okay? And it's up to you if you want to fail or pass the test. It's up to you if you want to fail and pass the test, right? But men that have patience for women, that want to wait with her, wait it out without even going outside of the relationship or the connection or dating, that is the man for you, because he has discipline and he's not lustful. He's not easily tempted or easily manipulated or distracted by sex. Okay? He's not distracted by lust. So waiting for you on a sexual level, or waiting for you to open up to him on a deeper level, is really important. That is what you need to look for in a man that can wait for you. All right? A lot of men will make it seem like they're waiting for a woman when they're really not. A lot of men date women, right, and make her think that she's the only one that he's dating. He makes her think that while they're dating, he's not going out and having sex with other women just to Kill time. Every man does this. Every single man does this. Okay? And if there are men out there that is really genuine, that is staying loyal to that woman and loyal to himself, well, hey, I give you a trophy, because not a lot of men are disciplined. Not a lot of men are mentally strong. Strength does not only come in physical strength, but the first strength of a man is his mind. All right? A man that is not easily lured into lust and easily tempted by sex is a very powerful man. All right? And there's not a lot of men out there like that, sad to say, but there's not a lot of men out there like that. All right? And a lot of men need to keep this in mind. A lot of men need to start, practicing celibacy. A lot of men need to start practicing, you know, holding out. A lot of men need to lift weights with their mind, because a lot of men are very weak mentally. All right? And they use physical strength in order to justify their toxic masculinity. Okay? But strength is really within the mind. All right? And discipline. If a man does not have discipline, he ain't a man at all. Same thing goes for the women, but right now we're speaking about the men, right? If he doesn't have discipline, he's not a man at all. Period. Point blank. All right. Yeah, so for whoever commented in my comments, you may be a man. I don't even know if you're a man or a woman or both or what. But if you are a man, you definitely need to work on your... Okay, so you're a man, I guess. Are you? You need to work on your ego, your shadow side, all right? Because, right, like this just shows ignorance. You could have just asked me what I meant. You could have taken some time to really digest what I was saying before you responded. This is it's like low, very low. It just doesn't make sense, right? Especially if I didn't even mention anything about going out, right? But yeah, I guess you, I guess that shows that you did not have patience with me. You clearly did not have patience with me, because you didn't really want to take time to really understand where I'm coming from, or what I'm saying, or if what I'm saying is really what I meant, or if what you think is really what I'm trying to say, which is not. Okay? So you never had no patience with me. So your homework tonight is to have some patience. Okay? Have some patience. All right. Someone else said, give me a second here. So someone else said, good, one less problem I have to deal with in my life. Right? And yeah, it's just it's sad, man. I really want to get deeper into this conversation on the real, maybe in the next video, but for now, this is it. So once again, if he doesn't have the patience to wait for you, he will never have the intentions to stay with you. So I was gonna hang up on this topic. All right. But hey, I decided to extend this because I realized that I didn't really explain fully in details. All right. So a lot of men come out of relationships. Let me just turn this off. Give me a second. Hold on. So a lot of men come out of relationships and they don't understand that the woman that they were dating is pregnant. So he leaves that woman, or that woman leaves him, without them both knowing that they're pregnant, right? So then he starts dating someone new, and then within a few months later, that woman finds out that he has a baby on the way. And then she thinks he was cheating on her, but he probably wasn't really cheating on her. It was just the fact that he got his ex pregnant without them even knowing it. And then now the baby starts showing, right? And at times it's hard for him to explain that to his woman. And this is why a lot of relationships fall apart, is because the men don't take time to wait. A lot of women too, but we're speaking about the men right now. They don't take time to wait. They want to rush everything. Okay? But then they have the audacity to blame the woman and say that the woman is a whore, she's a bitch, she's for the streets, and she's all these negative things, calling her out her name. But at the same time, he will never look at himself and say, you know what? I guess I'm a bitch too, because, I didn't wait, right? If she's a whore, you're a whore. If she's a bitch, you're a bitch. If she's for the streets, you're for the streets. If she didn't wait, you didn't wait, right? If she's easy, you're easy. But the men always want to make it seem like it's the women. Some women don't do it intentionally, but some do. Some women know that they're giving a man a child that is not his own. And she wants him to water that seed that is not his own seed. Now that is a demon. That's a Jezebel. That's a wicked woman. But there are women out there that genuinely did not mean to give a man a child that is not his. And that is simply because she may have been in a relationship with her ex, right? And they broke up, not knowing that she got pregnant before they broke up. And then months and months passed by, and all of a sudden, she find herself in a relationship, or I should say she find herself in a relationship after they broke up, right? And then months gone by, like say 2 months, 3 months, and then boom, she tells the new guy that she's dating that she's pregnant. When the new guy within itself probably thinks, shit, pregnant so quick? I pulled out, right? This is why a lot of men will say, I pulled out. Because they probably know that they didn't water her garden. Even though just a little drip like soap can get a woman pregnant, but him within himself probably be like, I didn't intentionally mean to come inside of her, or I didn't even put in that much, work to really, right? And that's because she was pregnant before that. And for the woman that did not know that she's pregnant, and it's not her fault, right? It's not her fault. And a lot of women get unalived, a lot of women get beat up, a lot of women get called out their name for that specific reason. And this is to show you that the men especially need to take time to get to understand and know the women. Be patient. Get to understand the woman's body before you even start to date a woman. Because majority of these men, if you ask them what a clitoris is, they don't know what it is. If you ask them what the labia minora is, they don't know what it is or where it is. You understand? So for the men, you all need to get to understand and know your woman's body inside out. You need to get to understand and know your body inside out. The women need to also get to know and understand your body on the inside out before you even start dating women or men, before you even start having children. Do you understand? This is where the big confusion comes in. This is why a lot of men don't know if this baby is his baby or not. This is why the baby come out looking like, what can I say? SpongeBob. You get me? The baby looks like far from the family. And that's because the baby was her ex-baby. But because they broke up and everything, they thought, it was done when it wasn't. This is why a lot of women and men need to take tests. All right. When you find that you're interested in someone, right, the first thing you need to do is go to the doctors with them and take some tests. All right. Take a pregnancy test, a physical, AIDS test, STD test, or whatever the case may be. Whenever you leave a relationship, you should make sure that you and your partner take a test. Make sure that that woman that you were dating take a pregnancy test and follow up. So that way you won't have a baby on the way that you don't know about. There's a lot of women that will be pregnant and find out later on, down the line that she's pregnant, and she just doesn't want nothing to do with you, and she will walk away with your child and not tell you that you have a child, and you have a child out there that's looking like you, and you got so much people coming to you telling you that, yo, there's a child out there that look just like you, and you within yourself be like, nah, that's not my child. I didn't even come inside of her, but you didn't even know that she was pregnant before she left, right? Some women wouldn't even bother tell you, because some of them don't even like you to begin with. Some women can't even stand a man, so they'll rather just take care of the baby on their own, right? And there are a lot of women out there that will call a man and tell a man, look, I'm expecting. And the man will be like, what? What do you mean expecting? I didn't even come inside of you, or, and he probably would not believe it because they left months ago, right? So when she called him back, like say 3-4 months after saying she's pregnant, it's hard for him to believe it, right? Plus, a lot of men don't want to believe it because now he's in a new relationship with a woman that he really likes, a woman that he started a family with, or a woman that he got married, and he doesn't want to mess that up, right? So a lot of men will cut that off. He will ignore it. He wouldn't even want to take care of the baby because he feels like that is messing up his new relationship, right? And this is why I say, if he doesn't have the patience to wait for you, he will never have the patience to stay with you. Okay? Ladies, always seek a man that have patience on every level. Okay? And as I said before, if you got a man waiting for you for hours to do your makeup and do your hair and get dressed and all of that, no, he should leave. He should leave right away. Because if he tells you a time that he wants to take you out, he want to go out, and you're always late, and he has all rights to get up and leave without even telling you. As I said before, that's a whole different story, all right? That is different from waiting for a woman to have sex with a man. That is different, all right? The thing is, with a lot of men, they feel like they're untouchable. They feel like they're made out of steel. They feel like women are the only ones that get STDs, when majority of the time STDs are coming from men. No matter if you want to argue with me about this topic, majority of the STDs are coming from men, because there are men that are cheating inside prison and jail also, and then they come home and they bring that home to their wife. All right? A lot of men feel like they shouldn't go out there and get tested. They feel like it's a woman thing. They feel like it's only women that get STDs and men don't. And this is why they go out and have sex with the whole world, because in their mind they think that they're untouchable. You feel me? Men need to have more value on their penis. They need to put more respect on their penis. They need to put more respect on themselves. They need to have more self-love, more value for themselves. It's not a woman thing. It's not a gender thing. It's a self-love thing. Okay? Women like men that are like women, that hold out, that is loyal to themselves and loyal to their woman. Okay? If men were to hold out and take time to get to know women, things will be much better. Things will be so, so much better. So much better. A lot of men wouldn't have to worry about if a baby is his. A lot of men wouldn't have to worry about getting hurt. A lot of men wouldn't have to worry about investing in the wrong women. Okay, so men need to have more patience. They need to be more disciplined and mentally strong. Okay, a lot of men don't want to do that because they want to match their friend's energy. Their friend that want to go out every single day and every single night, go to the club and drink and, have all these girls around them and competing about how many women they had sex with, how many women they can get, how many baby mamas they have, and so forth. Life isn't a joke. Life isn't to be played with. Life is not a playground in that sense, right? So the men really need to take life serious on a whole, especially when it comes to women, especially when it comes to relationships. All right? Because they think it's a joke. They think everything in life is a game. They look at everything as a game. This is why they don't take anything seriously. They don't even take their own health seriously. Majority of men, not all men, majority, way too much. I know there's a pinch, a little bit of men out there that, is learning to respect themselves. All right? That is learning to respect themselves. Okay? I don't know one man in this world that has never cheated in their life. Not one. And if you find him, send him my way, honey. Send him my way. Right? Because every man, I will ask him, have you ever cheated before? He said, yes. But I don't cheat no more. I'm trying my best to not cheat. I'm trying my best to stay loyal and so forth. But have you ever met a man that has never cheated before? Have you ever? It's always yes, but I'm a man now. That was when I was a boy back in high school. Have you ever met a man that was born and that was grown properly, respectfully, whether it's both parents or not, right? But grown with parents that taught them how to have value for themselves and how to put value on their penis and not cheat and just do the right thing and just focus on one woman. Have you ever met a man like that? No. It's always, yeah, I used to cheat, but that was a long time ago. That was back in high school. You already know. You feel me? It could never be a brand new man that's just like, no, never. And he's genuine with it. Like, when can I have a conversation or a meeting, with that man that has never cheated before? When? You feel me? It's always, yeah, I used to be a player. I used to have 4 or 5 girls, and I used to give my homie girls. My homie couldn't even get girls, and I had to give them girls. Man, So we need to start teaching our boys, our young kings, our young princes, how to value themselves. Sex isn't all. Sex is magic. Sex is beautiful. Sex is, but it's not all, okay? Because the devil will tempt you. The devil will tempt you and lure you into lust, temptation, distraction. All right? That is what the devil does. Okay? Especially for the men, because they know, the devil knows that men are weak to sex. Okay? Some women are weak to sex too, but women are more stronger mentally. All right? Women are more stronger mentally. Women are more logical than men. A lot of men is not going to like this. A lot of men is not going to like this. All right? But women are more logical than men, because if men were logical, they will be logical enough to know that sex isn't all. Okay? And they'll be logical enough to know that you can catch an STD. Sexually transmitted demon, sexually transmitted disease. All right? And a lot of men just want to settle down when they find out that, oops, they got chlamydia. Oops, they got an STD. Now they want to settle down? Wait. What happened? I thought you was a player. I thought it was only women that caught STDs. I thought men were untouchable. What happened now? You understand? Why don't you have the same energy? Now that you caught something, you want to settle down now? You want to mess up a woman that is pure as life now because you found out that you got an STD? You feel me? Some men will say, well, it's in a man's nature to have more than one woman. Well, if a man feel like he want to have more than one woman, then why do you have to hide? Why do you have to hide the women that you're dating? Why don't these women know about each other if it's in man's nature to be with more than one woman? A man have a free will to have 2 wives, 3 wives, whatever. But at the same time, let's be honest. Can you even focus? Do you even have discipline within yourself to really take on 2 women? Can you really focus on 2 women and a whole bag of children? Are you disciplined enough? Do you have enough money for that? What is the purpose? What's the reason? Because a lot of men want to have 2 women just for show. They want to have 2 women just to show off to their friends, to the world, to make it seem like, yeah, you're a gallus. You have so much girls. And you can get girls and whatever. But you don't even know how to maintain a relationship. Some men just want 2, 3 other women just for sex. If it's not to build, if it's not to love those women and treat them as a queen, as an empress, treat them with love and respect and give them the love that they deserve, then what's the point? What is the point? If you got these women fighting for you, fighting over you, fighting against each other for you, what's the point? The whole point and the whole reason for a man to have 2 women or more than 2 women is to love all these women equally. Not to have one as a bitch, one as a whore, one as a side chick, one as a side piece, one as a fling and a swing. No. They're all supposed to be treated equally with love and respect. They're all supposed to be called your wife, your queen, your empress, not your side ting, not your wife and your side chick. One wife, one side chick. No, that's not what it is. Right? Don't get it twisted. If you feel like you want to have more than one woman, do it the right way. Why not do it the right way? A lot of men, the thing is with a lot of men, they feel and know within themselves that they will get rejected. They know that they will get rejected. If they tell a woman, look, I'm feeling you, I really love you, I really like you, and I want us to build. I want us to be in a relationship. you know, but there's another woman out there that I really like, and I really feel her, and I want the same with her. You know, do you mind? Would you accept that or whatever? He's afraid that woman will turn him down. He's afraid that she will say no, and he's afraid that he will lose that woman just for bringing that to her, right? He feels like he will lose her just for bringing that to her. But if he's disciplined, if he's a strong man and he really knows what he wants in life and he really wants that, he will break it down to her. He will explain to her to the T. All right? And he will give her the option if she wants to stay or she want to leave. But a lot of men don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They want their cake, their ice cream, their lollipop, their candy, their chocolate. They want everything. They want it all. So they'll rather sneak around, having more than one woman, fighting over them, confused, you know, chaos, problems, fights. Like, no one have time for that, right? Nobody have time for that. Even though there's a lot of people that do have time for that, because they're not putting their time into nothing productive, right? But the men don't give the women the option to choose for themselves. They surprise the women with other women hanging out on the side. You know, every minute, every couple of days or months, you're hearing a new woman calling. Is this Keisha? Well, I'm calling to let you know that Dre is my husband and I want you to leave my husband alone. Don't call back my husband's phone. You know, arguments, fights, and all of that. A woman shouldn't have to go through that. A woman should not have to go through battles with other women for you. If you really truly love and respect a woman, you will never put her in that position to fight over you. Okay? You will never put her in that position to fight for you. All right? Because you will not want to see her bruised. You will not want to see her face scratched up. You would not want to see her get hurt by any other woman. You would not want to see her, you know, in that state where she has to fight and, you know, there's stress and problems and so forth. When you come into a woman's life, your purpose is to bring peace and love. All right? Peace, love, happiness, joy, and so forth. There shouldn't be no type of stress. All right? So for the men that, you know, is talking about they want more than one woman and this and that or whatever, listen. This ain't Dolly House. This is not Barbie House. It ain't time to play Barbie. Okay? So you need to really step back to reality and realize that this is life and it's not time to play. All right? There are women out there that are really serious about life and don't have time to play your games. Okay? So you got to be really, really honest with her and let her know what you want. Do you want a fling, swing? You just want sex? Do you want to have more than one woman? What is the case? Let her know from the get-go so she can make up her mind, so she can free herself from all that stress and all that drama and trauma that you are planning to cause her. Okay? Because it's very unfair for men to want women to stay in a house like a cat. Cook, clean, just be a good little housewife while you're out there cheating with 3 different women. And then you come home, you kiss her, you kiss your children, and you know, you make it seem like it's nothing. You make it seem like it's normal, it's nothing, and you know, like, if you really love and respect this woman, you will never do anything to put her health in danger. Not only just her health, but your children's health. Because you should know that STDs and so forth can cause many ailments within a woman's body. It can cause cancer, it can cause infertility, it can cause death, it can cause so many things. So why would you want to put your woman and children through that? Why would you even want to put your own self through that? Why would you want to do that? And then when these women argue and they complain, you say they're negging, right? Because they're standing up for themselves. They're letting you know that this is not what they signed up for. This is not what they wanted. So why are you putting them through that when that's not what they signed up for? It's like you tricking them into just being with you. You know. So I'm going to leave it right here, and I'm just going to close off by saying, if he doesn't have the patience to wait for you, he will never have the intentions to stay with you.